audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
I do my best, but my best wasn't good enough.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold the record for pay-per-view. Me.
My drop. I know my drop. I know my situation. I want to fight. That's my food. Check it, you know. Fight is gonna be very difficult for both of us.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We got a jam-packed fight week show scheduled for you today, discussing the Manny Pacquiao and Keith one-time Thurman fighter arrivals to Las Vegas. It's fight week, big pay-per-view on Fox. Not only that, but the face-off came out about 13 hours ago. Hopefully you got a chance to check that out. We'll be discussing as well fight week, the Thurman versus Pacquiao. Amir Khan saying that a fight with Manny Pacquiao is signed already for the Saudi Arabia. Manny Pacquiao coming out saying, what is he talking about? So we'll discuss all that this morning right here at ThaBoxingvoice.com. And hashtag TBV podcast, wherever hashtags are used. Don't forget to subscribe right here to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Head on over to Patreon and check out our latest Deontay Wilder post. We need some input. Let me know what you guys think of that. We got something big planned. If you want to be a part of it, check out the latest post on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. Now, don't forget, you can call in 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We will be having a hot young prospect on the show this morning. Mike seems to think it's Dazn Price. I think Dylan Price. We'll find out how it's properly pronounced. I am being told he has a sort of brand deal with TMT. His father is a manager and has managed some notable names that you'll know, and we'll discuss a bit later. But this is all that we'll be talking about, plus taking your calls at 1-425-569-5241. Press 1, obviously, if you want to voice your opinion, or download the Skype app absolutely free if you want to call from anywhere in the world. While you're downloading that, download the Patreon app. Check out me and Mike's Canelo versus Triple G live film study that we did on Patreon yesterday. Since we get so much, hoopla about our picks, we went ahead and rescored it, and, you'll have to listen to that to find out how exactly it went down. You can also watch it on Patreon if you're a video user. But let me head on out to Indiana.
Dazn Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. Oh my mic. He stayed out for 37.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo. Good morning, everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one, man. Freddie Roach seems to think that Manny Pacquiao will KO Keith Thurman. Thinks that Keith Thurman doesn't have the necessary experience and the quality to beat a Manny Pacquiao. And Amir Khan said, hey, goddammit, Manny, it's done deal. The only thing you got to do is sign. Saudi Arabia, we got you, big dog. Whatever check you want, man, I talk to my people, and we'll cut it for you, you know what I'm saying? But Pacquiao team came out and said, hey, I don't know what the hell Amir Khan talking about, but we'll break that down for you too and give you the particulars of that topic. But yeah, man, what's going on, Ness?
Bro, I completely overlooked the whole Pacquiao will KO Thurman and call out Mayweather. That's bro, I'm getting crazy feedback from you. So that's something that I was like, wow, okay, Mayweather again. They're still on this Mayweather hype. Now, I'm one of those guys that's like, cool, get him out the bed, Get him back in the ring. I want to see him back in the ring. You know, we just posted a picture on our Boxing Voice Instagram. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, do so, because you always stay up to date on news in boxing. And whenever we go live, we also post it there. But we posted a picture of Devin Haney and Mayweather training side by side. And, I posted next up. And I put the caption thoughts, but it's more about, bruh, my man is still out here staying in shape. You know, he's ready. He's ready. And I seen that Leonard Ellerbe came out and said, like, oh, no, Floyd is content in retirement. And that's true. But he was content in retirement when they offered him, what, $9 million? What'd he get to go beat up Tension?
Probably like $8 or $9 million.
All right, So he was content, and he still went and picked up that little check. And depending on how Manny Pacquiao looks, he might come pick up this check. Now, this is a double-edged sword for Pacquiao, right? Because if you look too good, Mayweather stays retired. And if you look too bad, then Mayweather doesn't need to come out of retirement, right? Because you got to look good enough where the public thinks you could beat him. And then you got to look not good enough where he don't think you could beat him.
But do you think that he has the ability to look too good that Mayweather won't? Like, if he looks too good, then I mean that just draws more attention to the rematch fight with those two if it happens, right?
Yeah, but the thing is that it won't happen. If you're Mayweather, why would you come back and fight a somehow rejuvenated, dangerous Pacquiao when you already hold the win over him, like Marquez, who's never given a rematch, and you are already retired? So it's a built-in excuse. You know what I mean?
Or a 9-figure payday, maybe.
It's got to make sense. I know that. I mean, look, 9 figures, I hear you, but he was alleged to make somewhere around 180 to 250 million for the last one. Can they even make that this time? Can they even get that this time? Can Pacquiao get himself to the level where people are giving them both that type of money? I don't know. And if you can't get there, if you're Floyd, do you really want to go back in the camp for a 12-round fight with Manny Pacquiao just to make 100 mil when you did that with McGregor and you didn't have to train?
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if Pacquiao goes out there and sparks Keith Thurman, Floyd Mayweather gonna be like, nigga, shit, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Thurman. Shit, I beat that man already one time. Nigga, beat him decisively. So if he goes out there and looks good, that's better for me. You know what I'm saying? I would want Pacquiao to look as good as he can against Thurman. So the people and the fans and all the little Pacquiao fans can say, oh, he wasn't healthy against you, Patty. He's healthy now. He's back. He's ready for you, Floyd. He wants you. If I'm Floyd, nigga, I'm hoping, nigga, it's Superman Manny Pacquiao come fight Saturday night.
For sure, man. I don't know. I just don't know if Floyd is actually going to take the fight.
Because it's going to be the last time he steps inside the
ring. Will he take that fight with Pacquiao? And
it's going to be the last time who steps inside the ring. I think he tried to slide that in. You think Keith Thurman is going to actually retire Manny Pacquiao?
I mean, if he's back, I was watching Ring Resume, Keith Thurman, just, quick highlights of what he was able to accomplish throughout his career. And, I always held that Diego Chavez win in high regard. And in retrospect, you looking back on things, it's hard to give certain people credit because of how their career turned out. But he was an undefeated puncher. And him and, Thurman slugged it out. And that's the thing. Thurman is one time, but that's why I told y'all he's this generation's Floyd, because when he sees he ain't getting you out, he resorts to boxing. And he did that with Diego. He did that with Bundu. He did that with Josecito. And he'll do it with Pacquiao if he can't get him out of there. But if you remember the Robert Guerrero fight, he went out there and banged. Chavez fight, banged. Carras fight, banged. So he'll give you them 3 first rounds. We'll see. Pacquiao's not a natural welterweight, man. He's just not.
But
obviously.
Speaking of like banging, were those guys at bigger punchers as Pacquiao was at is at 147?
And that's the thing, Mike. Like, what do we know about Pacquiao? Everything is tainted. Like, Yeah, you know, the haters will come in the chat and say, oh, look at this guy being disrespectful to an 8-time legend. But, yo, it don't matter. You know, for 10 years now, maybe more, like, we've wondered whether or not he's a clean fighter. Like, we shouldn't have to wonder. He shouldn't, you know, he should want to clear that rumor up, you know? And his knockouts kind of dissipated. We've seen, like Thurman, I'm not leaving that out, but at least Thurman has I mean, they both got the same excuse, right? Shoulder injuries, you know? Shoulder injuries. But the thing is, it's just been different, bro.
Now, look, I know Pacquiao has this, you know, rumors about him, but shit, a lot of people in boxing got rumors about him when it comes to like doping, but we haven't have any evidence of Pacquiao ever failing the test, have we?
Who has rumors that
Come on, man.
that doesn't get on VADA?
I'm not about to get on here and just name out names.
All right, but tell me who has rumors that hasn't been on VADA or isn't on VADA? Like Earl, people put pressure on Earl, now he's on VADA. People put pressure on Joshua, now he's on VADA. I mean, talk to me, bruh. Like you putting out these blanket statements without giving me anything.
I mean, it wasn't really a blanket statement.
Big Baby is tested positive, but I guarantee you, he fights Tyson Fury or anybody, he's gonna be on fucking VADA.
Yeah, everybody.
He already made a interview saying like, "Yo, I'm gonna get on 365" because they know they gotta do that now, and that's what I'm saying. Why is Pacquiao getting a pass? I don't know.
Honestly, I mean, I'm still baffled that this is not a VADA sanctioned fight, but it is what it is. I mean, Pacquiao holds the cards, and Keith Thurman said it was never really a big deal to him that if Pacquiao wanted VADA testing or not. So
because he knows that this fight means so much, so he don't want to ruffle the feathers and them say, nah, this guy's, you know, asking for too much. You know, you're the B side. Like you gotta know your role until you in control. Like when Mayweather was in control, that was his terms. You want to fight me? We gotta do USADA. Simple as that. And people signed up. People signed up because they wanted that fight. Bro, fix your shit. Why we got so much feedback every time you unmute?
I don't know why you got feedback at all because everything's still the same. But all right.
Yeah, man. Thurman needs to capitalize on this opportunity. You know, he was saying all the right things on that face-off. Tell me you seen the face-off, Mike. Yes? No? Maybe so. I mean, you're going to have to try and talk sometime, champ. But, yeah, man, that face-off on PBC was good. You see what I'm saying? And this is, again, why I said that he's our generation's Mayweather, but better. Thurman, guess what he did, Mike? He cursed on national television. No fucking holds barred. I'm telling you, he knows how to drive him in. He talked about the T-Rex arms on national television. You know, he insinuated and assumed Manny Pacquiao's thoughts on TV. And Pacquiao didn't. He ain't even give his own opinion on that so that the public or the audience doesn't believe that those were the things that he was actually thinking, right? But it was good, man. I really enjoyed that face-off, man. I don't know. I'm liking all this extra boxing content. You know, I still think I'm holding BT as the leader. They doing their thing, you know. They really are pumping out a lot of content. Shout out to Andre Diakonu, man, pound for pound supporter, man. He knows all about the Patreon posts. Man, if you are a Patreon, head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Check out that last post and definitely give me your thoughts. Once in a lifetime opportunity, a way for TBV to raise that profile and continue competing with the big dogs. But Mike, man, what's up? You ready over there? You got me over here talking to myself jibber jabber style.
I mean, I'm trying to make sure that it's right, but I mean, everything is. Say what?
You sound good now.
I mean, everything is like how it was.
Something there, I'm telling you. I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna turn my headphones down. Maybe you turn your headphones down. Maybe it's too loud because you got one ear off first of all, and then it's coming back into your mic. You know what I mean? All that bad studio etiquette you got, you know?
How about now? It's still the same?
A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
I
But I
hear it,
don't
but
know,
whatever.
man. What was the question you asked?
I had so many, man. You just take it away, bro. What's your thoughts on all these topics?
To be honest with you, the Pacquiao will KO Thurman. I mean, not the first time that I heard that Freddie Roach is very, very confident in that. And Eddie Hearn seems to think that fight was he think that Pacquiao would take care of Thurman pretty easily. So I want to see how this fight plays out this weekend. But calls out Mayweather. I mean, that's what everybody seems to kind of ask about when the name Pacquiao comes up. You know what I'm saying? There's always that Mayweather question. And I think Mayweather would love a fight with Pacquiao if it generates even half the money that he did last time. And
Really? You think half gets him out of retirement?
I mean, the first fight sold like $4.5 million, so this fight sell 2.7.
Yeah, but forget
Yeah.
that. Wasn't the total take home 180, 250, right? Like, so you saying 125 gets him out the bed?
125 give him out the bed. It get me out when I ain't Floyd, but
You ain't Floyd.
125 million for one fight.
I'm just saying.
That's a good business decision right there. I don't care who you are. That's a good business decision. Canelo, the face of boxing, just made 35 million.
How many pay-per-views they gotta sell? This is my business graduate here.
2.7. Just to get like the 125. I mean, if you sell $100 a pay-per-view and you sell 2 million, then that's $200 million plus all the sponsors and endorsements and all that kind of stuff. Then I add another 0.7 on, so that's 270. So in my opinion, you can
International, you gonna get that Box Nation, BT Sports check. You gonna get them Televisa checks. You gonna get that
the Hublot check,
Canada's gonna pay for that.
Hublot check, you know what I'm saying, for the sponsors, you know what I'm saying.
Hublot is personal, right? Hublot's
after
personal.
you, you know what I'm saying. Mayweather Promotions gonna get a check, the venue, the site fee. I mean, it's a big fight if Pacquiao goes out there and puts on a dominant performance. Now, if he doesn't and Keith Thurman is able to, because I want to know from you, like, how does Keith Thurman beat Pacquiao? Does he beat him by staying rangy, staying behind his jab, working that 1-2 down the middle, working the uppercut every now and again, and catching him on the inside?
Mike, let me interrupt you with that. We got Mr. Price on the line. Mr. Price, we don't want to keep fumbling your name, right? So I've been telling my co-host is Dylan. He believes it's something else. So can you just pronounce that for us?
Nah, you right.
I'm right, Mike.
Yep,
you wrong.
He was right. It's right. Dylan Price.
I'm bad.
All right, so Dylan, first and foremost, thank you for coming on the show. I know it's bright and early. Secondly, if you're using speaker or Bluetooth, please don't, because it's going to mess up the audio quality. But you're in the bantamweight division. I know your father because obviously he's managed numerous fighters. I think most recently was Emmanuel Taylor that fought Adrian Broner.
Yep.
But can you introduce yourself to our audience? Let them know you're 8-0, 6 KOs. You're going to be having a fight on the 27th of this month right there in kind of your area, right? You know, it's going to be in Baltimore. You're kind of in that New Jersey, PA area. But talk to us, man.
Yep. What's going on, everybody? Like you said, I'm Dylan the Real Deal Price. I'm a super flyweight. You know, a lot of people tend to think I'm a bantamweight. I'm actually a super flyweight. I fight at 115 pounds. I'm 8-0, 6 knockouts, and I fight July 27th on the Gervonta Davis undercard on the Showtime streaming.
Man, 115. You know, the American public isn't quite, I would say, hip to that division, but it is getting a lot of TV time now with Jerwin Uncajas, who's with, Sean Gibson and Top Rank. Then you got Juan Estrada just signed to deal with Dazn, and he's the WBC champ. Mr. Kyle Yafa out of the UK is the World Boxing Super Flyweight champion. So you definitely got some names, but it's normally dominated by the Asian community, right? Do you follow your division or do you just fight?
Well, we just focus on what we got to focus on. I let my dad, pay attention to that stuff. I just keep my eyes on the prize. Whoever they put in front of me, that's what I focus on. It's too far ahead to focus on those guys because, you know, you never know. I may get to that level and they may retire or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I get there, then I'll focus on the champions. But right now, I'm just focusing on whoever they put in front of me, so that I can get to that world title level.
Definitely not trying to jump you to the champions. Just wanted to give awareness to our listeners as to what specific division you're in, right? Like people, like you said, people get you confused with a bantamweight when you're a super flyweight. And, you know, as boxing fans, we get lost up in so many different divisions because they only vary between a few pounds. For instance, you're fighting at 115 and there's another division at 118. So, you know, it just keeps moving up.
Right, yeah, and I fought at bantamweight before. I've had to move up because, you know, guys, they couldn't find too many guys at 115 at the earlier stage of my career. But I'm a super flyweight.
So this is going to be your second fight of this year, keeping you active. You just fought in May, so quick, good turnaround here in July. Science behind that, man. Obviously, I want to know your take on wanting to stay this active.
I love it. You know, I love staying active. It keeps me sharp, and I'm just learning. I'm learning along the way, so I love being active. And I'm still young, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a great thing.
So, Mr. Price, good morning to you, man. How's it going? Michael Gross here.
How you doing, bro?
I cannot call it, man. Now, I was reading a little bit about your profile on TMT, and it says that you started out playing football. I want to know how was the transition from football to boxing, and what's the biggest difference, in your opinion, when it comes to both sports?
Well, my dad had me playing every sport as a kid, and he was my coach in everything I did. So when I was, I believe, eight years old, getting ready to turn 9, we got in the car one day, and I had to move up. I was 55 pounds, but I had to move up to the 120-pound division in football. And my dad said I was too small, which I was. So when we got in the car, he told me, I think we're going to try boxing. And I was nervous. I didn't want to do it. But my first day at the boxing gym, I just fell in love with the sport. It really was love at first sight. I didn't want to leave. You know what I mean? So the rest was history.
What did you fall in love with at the boxing gym? Like, was it the pads? Was it the bags? Was it just getting in there and hitting somebody? Like, what was it?
I was raised in it and I didn't know it. Like, just the atmosphere, I loved it. My dad had me around it ever since I was 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it was just built in me that whole time. I just moved away from it. So when I was brought back to that element, it just was like I was home. You know, there was nothing really in particular that I did or loved about it. Just being in the gym, I loved it. I loved everything about it.
I mean, also, I read your story, and it seems like you are a pretty lucky individual, man. You got to spend a couple summers with the great Floyd Senior, as far as like training wise and little pointers like that. Like, what did you learn from Floyd Senior?
Yeah, I'm definitely blessed and not lucky. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from Floyd Senior. I learned a lot from my dad. You know, my dad brought in Nate Campbell. You know, but Floyd, to get back to your question, Floyd Senior is definitely a great coach, and I learned a lot from him, me and my dad.
So, Mr. Price, you're going into a fight with a journeyman that has a lot of notable names on his resume. He's been in the ring with just about everyone, so it's going to be a gauge and a barometer for yourself. What do you know about Samuel Gutierrez?
I know he's a fighter like myself. I know he comes to fight. I know he's tough, and we're going to be ready come next week. We're going to be ready for anything he brings. Different styles for different fights. You know, styles make fights, so we'll be ready.
So what could you tell us about your style for those that haven't gotten the opportunity to catch you live? I doubt you've been on any sort of TV yet, and possible streams. If so, let us know.
Say that last part again. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Have any of your fights been streamed?
No, this is my first one being streamed. So I'm super excited about that, and I'm just, you know, ready to put on a show. And my opponent, you never know him. 1 minute he may box, 1 minute he liked to bang, so I got to be prepared for either one.
So what's your style? Like, obviously, we haven't gotten that opportunity to see you. So what would you characterize yourself as?
I would say I'm a slick boxer. I have good power, but I'm a boxer. I would say a boxer puncher.
Okay. And says you're Orthodox, right?
Yes. Well, I switch. I'm Orthodox. I can go southpaw. You know, I could bang. I could box. I could do it all.
So you've gotten 6 knockouts. What fighting stance did you use for those knockouts, or did it vary?
It varied.
Okay.
Some, like I said, some will be southpaw, some will be orthodox. I believe I have power in both hands. You know, I throw a lot of unorthodox shots, different angles.
So being from that Pennsylvania, New Jersey area, I'm assuming and or hoping that you've gotten some sparring in with guys like Tevin Farmer and Jason Sosa, even Steven Ortiz out there.
Nah, those guys are a little bit too big. You know what I'm saying? We don't go past 122 with sparring, but
Really?
they're definitely great fighters. But we don't go that big. It's too big.
Bruh,
So
but
if they fight
122,
130, I mean, they walk around.
122 is only 7
Go ahead.
pounds above your fighting weight.
Where do you walk around at?
Nah, we spar 122s. I walk around about 125. Tevin is 130.
No, I
You know
know,
what
I
I'm
know,
saying?
I know that. But what I'm saying is 122 is only 7 pounds above your weight.
Oh yeah, we spar 122s.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 2 divisions up. But we spar 122s. That's the highest we go to. We don't spar 130s. You know what I'm saying? It's like me sparring Tank. He's just too big.
Yeah, but you can't
But
spar.
those
You
guys
can't. You
named it
can't
definitely
spar.
good
You can't spar Tank out of camp because Tank out of camp ain't 130. But 130. If somebody weighed 130, I don't know. You know how it feels. It's true.
Yeah.
Tank is a big dude, and you in that area, man. But he's a puncher, man. That's the wrong person to talk about it. I mean, probably good though. If it's sparring, you working with him. He ain't trying to knock your head off. He trying to work with him, and you see if you can take that power or whatnot, or get slick with him, like you said. You a boxer,
Right. I mean, that's not how we run the camp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know nobody do that, honestly. Yeah, the highest we go is about 122, and even 122 is a big division. Those guys are those guys. The highest they go is 140. You know what I'm saying? The 130 pounders, they probably walk around like 160. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But to answer your question, I definitely work with a lot of other guys like 122s and from Philadelphia, Stephen Fulton, the IBO world champion.
Shout out Stephen Fulton, man. He's a friend of the show.
Yeah,
Big
we
up
just
to him.
had him on too.
Yeah. He's a great fighter. So he definitely work on things with me. But a lot of the other guys in Philly, honestly, won't spar me. So we got to go other places for work. Like I sparred the number 1 guy in the WBO, I believe, Duke Micah. He gives me great work. I got to go all the way to Brooklyn. I go to D.C. to spar Rashid Warren because a lot of the guys in Philly don't want to spar me.
Yeah, Warren was in your division at one point.
I got a question for him. What are you guys hoping to accomplish by the end of 2019? Is it like a possible world rankings, or are you guys still want to be on the progression for a world ranking next year?
I'm just still perfecting my craft, taking it one fight at a time. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Yahuwah, that's my heavenly Father. Whatever He has for me, by then that's what He has for me. I mean, it's all in His hands. I'm just going out there doing what I got to do, listen to my dad, my team, and where we go from there is where we go. I don't want to rush into anything.
Man, look here, bro. I understand the humbleness. I get it. I love it. It sounds great. But it's something, man. Like, I know playing sports, it's something that I always wanted to achieve, something that I always wanted to do.
Right.
And I know in the sport of boxing, man,
Right.
it can't be too much different. So I'm going to ask you
Right.
again, by the end of 2019, what do you hope to be in your boxing career?
That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But my team, they want me to have some type of ranking or something like that. They want me to move a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? They want me to move slower. You know what I'm saying? Take things slow, but I want to move faster, but my promotional company want me to take things slower. So we're going to follow their lead. But I definitely want to be in the world ranking and things like that, like you said. But, you know, we just following their lead. Mayweather promotion I'm talking about. Everybody's not going to be a Javante Davis or a Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Some people may take a little bit longer. As long as I
Somebody
get
might
it,
be a Bud
that's all that
Crawford, you know
matters.
what I'm saying? A late bloomer.
Right. And so I don't care. As long as I get it, that's all that matters. And keep it.
So, did you give us the why you got into boxing story? I know you played the football, but what made you get into the sport?
I was 55 pounds, getting ready to move up to the 120 pounders, and my dad told me I was too big. I mean, too small to play anymore. I was 55 pounds, getting ready to play for the 120 pounders. So it was a family tradition. My dad said I had to try it. I didn't have to like it, but ever since my first day in the gym, I just fell in love with it.
What do you think you fell in love with?
Say it again. I didn't hear you.
I said, what do you think you fell in love with exactly?
It was just in my blood. My older brother did it. My little brother did it. My dad did it. So I just felt like it was in my blood, and I was around it ever since I was 2 years old. So I was always brought around it. I just moved away from it a little bit because I played other sports. But when he brought me back to it, all of those memories and feelings came back. I was little, and you know, I fell in love with it. I had a little man complex, you know what I'm saying? So all of those things was good for me, good for my confidence. Boxing helped me tremendously.
So you had a little man's complex, so you wanted to prove something.
Yes.
Yeah, now we uncovering some layers. So you got into it because people was picking on you. You wanted to chip some people up. People thought you was small.
Yeah, I definitely would. Say it again. Yeah, I was small, and, you know, I had a little man complex, but I had heart. So, you know, I feel like boxing gave me that confidence and the swagger that I needed in my everyday life. And I feel like that definitely helped me tremendously with that. I wanted the biggest guy, you know, so I could knock him out, you know what I'm saying? But that was also part of the little man complex. So, you know what I mean? Boxing helped me tremendously. Inside of the ring, outside of the ring, discipline. Yeah, you know, it just helped me a lot.
That's what's up, man. Great story.
I got one more question for you, big dog. I need a prediction from you this weekend. Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
Some say Manny Pacquiao's too old. Some say Keith Thurman been off too long. What do you think? How do you see that fight breaking down?
I'm gonna go with Pacquiao. I mean, I like Pacquiao. I'm not really a big fan of Keith Thurman. I mean, I believe he could fight and things like that, but I just feel like Pacquiao still has enough to beat him. I feel like he got the experience, and I just feel like he's a better fighter, honestly.
I'm gonna bring you back on the show when Pacquiao starts this dude.
Oh, you think Pacquiao going to?
No, when Keith starts this dude, I made a mistake. You saying all that Pacquiao, you got me confused.
Yeah, I don't
Yo,
really
but
like
before
Keith
I
Thurman.
let
I
you,
mean, he's a world champion.
you don't like him either?
Nah, I don't really like him like that. I mean, I'm not talking about as a person. I'm just saying his style. I'm not really a fan of. But he a world champion. You know, he get the job done. I'm just saying I think Pacquiao is a better fighter.
Wait. So you don't like his boxing style?
Nah, I don't like his boxing style. I'm a Earl. I like Earl Spence.
Okay,
boxing
so
style. I like Earl Spence.
So you like someone that
What you
comes
saying?
forward? Well, actually, Earl kind of showed gears in the Garcia fight.
Right, he could box too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You wilding right now, Mr. Price. You wilding right now. Yo, I'm going to see you Sunday. I'm telling you. Yo, give everybody your social media because we're going to make sure we tag you. Like, yo, I thought Pacquiao was going to win.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Dylan the Real Deal Price. DYLAN, the Real Deal Price. And stay tuned, man. July 27th. We in the building, and we looking to put on a show.
Where's
Everybody
the building?
tune in to Showtime. Baltimore, the Royal Farms Arena.
Where can we get
everybody
tickets?
tune in. You can get tickets at Ticketmaster. The link is in my bio. And if you can't make it to the fight, tune in to the Showtime streaming and check me out there.
Man, 9th fight already on Showtime. Congratulations, Mr. Price, and we hope to get you back on.
Thank you.
Not only because you got the win, but also because Thurman got the win, and we got a bone to pick with you.
Got you.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
All right. I'll talk to you guys Sunday. No problem. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Anytime. There you have it. Prospect, Dylan Price. That was pretty cool. Damn, you know what I forgot to ask him? He said he sparred Rashid Warren. I needed to ask him about those sessions so we could gauge his power, right? Because if he's like, I punch harder than Rashid, we already know where Rashid at with the power. Like, he's super fast, but he ain't that kind of banger. See, right now, Price already got 6 knockouts, so he could or can't be a puncher. Like, we just don't know right now with the level of opposition until he's in there with someone that's going to put some resistance.
Two things that stuck out was the sparring, not going over 122. That's odd, but I guess when you
he said a lot of people don't do that, but I believe maybe he means a lot of people in the lower weight classes, because I know for a fact, like, I've been in Danny camp, Thurman camp, like Wilder camp, Earl camp, everybody fucking camp. Peter Quillen, Daniel Jacobs. Dudes they bring in heavy dudes. Like, for instance, he likes Earl. Earl spars in front of me. Earl has sparred 175-pounder, and he sparred Cam Austin, who's still a heavyweight.
Whoa. He sparred Cam Austin?
Yep, who's still a heavyweight amateur.
Yeah, amateur, yeah. And he spars his fighter, Bad Burr.
Yeah. And that dude's like 168. I'm telling you. And like, who else? I mean, just, I don't know. I got to look on. I've seen Gabe Rosado, well, those are heavyweights, but I've seen, Adam Kovnacki and all that. I mean, look, everybody's different. And again, that's the lower weight. I guess you got to be careful, And that's what we need. We need more awareness of those lower weight classes. And he just gave us some of that. But you want a final thought, the main 3 topics? I guess kind of question for him. Does Pacquiao get the knockout? Does he call out Mayweather, or is it a forced? Do you want Mayweather? Or is it like Mayweather? Not animated. We know he ain't gonna get animated because that ain't Pacquiao. Thurman will though. Thurman will. That's why you should be rooting for Thurman. Thurman will get animated. But
Pacquiao and Thurman will end. I think that. Well, you guys find out tomorrow on the flagship show. But calling out Mayweather, somebody needs to call out Mayweather. One of them guys, whoever wins, which you'll find out tomorrow from me. But Thurman Pacquiao, whoever wins, definitely try to call out Mayweather in Saudi Arabia, man. I mean, look here, man. I think Amir Khan is just trying to get the ball rolling his way, you know what I'm saying? Maybe trying to make a little noise about the whole Saudi Arabia so he can kind of lure Pacquiao over there or lure a big fight over there. So I'm not shocked that Amir Khan maybe telling a fib because he's trying to get what he wants. But at the end of the day, if the money's right and win or lose, I think Pacquiao might take that fight with Amir Khan, because looking at Amir Khan, he's no Keith Thurman. Looking at Amir Khan, he's no Terrence Crawford or Earl Spencer or Danny Garcia or even Mikey Garcia. So I think Pacquiao believe that's a fight. If he can't get the Mayweather fight, that he can definitely win and make a handsome paycheck. So
the funny thing is that we're still talking about Khan as if he didn't just lose to Crawford without like winning any rounds.
It's amazing how boxing works, bro. You go over there and beat a Billy Dibb who fought Tevin Former last year, did a live fight chat at 130, and you get credit off that, and now everybody just seems to forget that you got your ass beat in April. So
not everybody. The thing is he's a media darling. Like, people love to write articles about this dude and do interviews with this dude, and that's why they keep him relevant. But what do you mean everybody? No one has forgotten. Not any real boxing fan has forgotten that this dude did absolutely nothing in the Crawford fight.
Not the real boxing fan, but the casual motherfucker that see Pacquiao and Amir Khan name is going and ain't even gonna know that he fought Terrence Crawford. But then, like you said, they only get like 100,000 on pay-per-view. So not that I love Crawford, but
it just isn't right, man. It isn't right if he gets a Pacquiao fight off a Billy Dibb fight. But look, man, time to go out to these callers. We're gonna open up the phone lines, but first,
Tell the truth.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Going out to Nazir. Talk to me. Nas.
Lil Nas X, what's up, big dog?
Once, twice. J Will, jump in.
If you know like I know, you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's good?
Yo, man. Mayweather, the Pacquiao calling out Mayweather, he can't really call him out any more aggressively than he already done. I mean, he's said time and time again he wants to fight Mayweather. I just think Mayweather's he's chilling, man. And if he sparks Keith Thurman, I think that's gonna, honestly make Mayweather just want to chill out and not even fight, because I don't think Mayweather gets himself in that type of shape in normal camp time. Dealing with the whole, like you like to say that Keith Thurman. Well, first I'm gonna talk about the face-to-face real quick.
You need to get off that speakerphone, champ, or that empty-ass hallway you hiding from your wife in, because it's crazy right now.
Damn, why he got to be hiding from his old lady?
I know, right? He's at work hiding from the boss. My bad.
I'm from the boss right now. But yeah, man, the face-to-face was nice yesterday. Well, I caught it yesterday. But Keith Thurman just comes across super cheesy, super corny, man.
What?
And
hey, yo, y'all disrespecting one time today, man.
It just seems like a lot of the things he was saying, it was it just didn't come off genuine.
Bro, that was all on the fly. How could you not respect that freestyle like that? My man is off the top with every punchline. He had Pacquiao
90
left
seconds.
And right. He had Pacquiao entertained left and right. Every time he said Pacquiao was feeling a certain thing and he imitated Pacquiao couldn't help but laugh and cover his face. Come on, bro. He got up under Pacquiao. You know it.
And then I mean, he did now to be when he said the crucified comment, that really got up under Pacquiao's neck.
Hell yeah. And Pacquiao like, I'm not gonna speak. I'm gonna let my fist talk. Come on, bro. Nobody's going to be like that.
Seconds.
Who's going to be like that? Like, that's Big Baby without all the profanity right there, bro. Come on.
Now, one thing I do got to talk about is when you say he's like our generation's Mayweather.
Hell yeah. He's better. You want to know why? Somebody in the comments said, Ness, explain that shit. Somebody said, Ness, explain it. You want me to explain it? I'm going to explain it. Motherfucker. Keith Thurman, let me Google this dude's name so you can see how many fights this dude got and how many tough ones he already fought. Floyd took his damn near his whole fucking life to give you a real fight. His whole fucking life, damn near. Yeah. Chicken-Ingo Hernandez and Castillo. I'm talking, bro. I'm talking. I know. I just said that. Chicken-Ingo Hernandez, Castillo, Diego Corrales. But that was.
What about Chop Corley?
Bro, that was all spaced. That's not like Keith.
10 seconds.
That's not like Keith. That's not like Keith. Yo, if Keith wouldn't have got injured, bruh, I swear, everything happens for a reason. But imagine if Keith wouldn't have got injured. What you thought, he was going to vacate his belt just cuz? No. He was going to fucking fight Earl like a year or two ago. But y'all just delusional.
Sometimes he takes shit too far in this.
Oh, my fucking God. Brother,
can I finish?
Think about this, bro. 2 years ago, Pacquiao wasn't even over there. Man, his bell been rung. His bell been rung. He know it. Go ahead, J. Will. Go ahead.
So just to finish that whole, you saying that he think he's our generation's Mayweather, but even better. First of all, let's cut it out, man, because somebody called Mayweather out, i.e. Ricky Hatton. He said,
"Oh my God, Ricky Hatton's degenerate. And Jeff Horn is Ricky Hatton. Get your ass out of here.
Do not disrespect Ricky Hatton like
Bruh,
that. Man.
Ricky,
Mike,
don't ask me not to disrespect Ricky Hatton if you ain't watched the fights. Go back and watch Ricky Hatton Collazo, Ricky Hatton Berto. Get out of here, dog. Just go. Just go.
That was like at the end of his career, right?
End of his career, man. Go. Just go.
It
Just
wasn't
go.
after,
Just get out of here. Just get out of here. Get busy.
It wasn't after Pacquiao.
Get busy, man. Just go get busy. Just go get busy.
Come on, man.
Go get busy. Go get busy with his career.
He did try to call Pacquiao twice and set up the fight twice.
Who? Ricky Hatton?
No. Listen, stop cutting me off. Just listen real
Yo,
quick.
you got like an 8-hour call. You ain't making nothing with no good points.
We gotta talk about this goddamn Ricky Hatton shit, because you are being mind-boggling, bro.
What you want to talk about Ricky Hatton?
Them Berto and Collazo fight had after Mayweather and Pacquiao already knocked him out, so that means he was at the end of his career?
No.
Enlighten me.
Luis Collazo fought him before everybody. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Luis Collazo was his biggest fight up until that point. He's supposed to rematch Collazo. Just like Berto was supposed to rematch Collazo. Okay? So get your shit straight. Bruh, look at Ricky Hatton. Look, he said Ricky Hatton called out Floyd. All right? So look, Ricky Hatton steps on the scene with a win over Costa Tszyu.
Costa Tszyu was pretty good, right?
How old was he? Just keep this in perspective. When I say he fought Costa Tszyu, that's like I'm saying Danny fought Morales. How much credit did they give Danny? How much credit did Danny get for fighting Morales? Not much. Because, yeah, he's a legend, but he's faded. He's old. It's not the same thing. It ain't the same thing. Fighting Costa Tszyu when he fought Costa Tszyu ain't the same thing. It ain't. Okay?
Hey, man, a lot of people in the chat were killing you right now. But all right.
What? All right, let's go to the comments, because guess what? On this show, we can screen share them shits, too.
Brandon Maurice, Costa Tszyu was a beast. Shake my head, Ness Bugger.
All right, Brandon's on the line. Go ahead, Brandon. Was Costa Tszyu a beast at the time he fought Ricky Hatton? Go ahead. I'm pulling your bell, too, because all you dudes going to waste your time on Ricky Hatton. Go ahead, Brandon.
Hell yeah, he was a beast at the when he fought Ricky Hatton. He was coming off putting Judah ass to sleep. What are you talking about, bro? He was riding high. He was supposed to get a Floyd fight if Ricky Hatton ain't beat him. Reason why Floyd fought Ricky Hatton is because Ricky Hatton beat Tszyu. If Tszyu would have won that fight, he would have got the Floyd fight. What are you talking about, Lester?
Mike, Costa Tszyu last
Don't
fight.
Don't call me.
No,
Talk to Brandon,
I'm not calling you. I'm talking. I'm not calling you. I'm making sure you're paying attention. I'm making sure.
My nigga.
Ricky Hatton retired Costa Tszyu. All right? And this man just lied talking about he came off the Zab Judah win. See, that's the thing. These bum-ass callers think they gonna fucking get in the ring with me? Get your ass out of here. I thought he just beat Zab Judah. Or you mean Shambe Mitchell? Or you mean Jesse James Leha? Or you mean Ben Tacky? Fuck is you talking about, liar? Just coming off Zab Judah. Just coming off Zab Judah win, looking spectacular. And he got the Ricky Hatton fight. And that's why Ricky Hatton got the Floyd fight. Yeah. But he retired him? You retired someone looking spectacular? Come on, dog. You running out of time. You got 20 seconds. Hello.
Did he lose the fight in between? Did he lose a fight in between Zab Judah and Ricky Hatton? Answer that question.
Did I not just mention them fucking names? Shambe Mitchell's a fucking journeyman, and so is Jesse James Leha, and who the fuck is Ben Tacky? Get your ass out of here, man.
Cut it.
Murder. That's the first body bag. That's the first body bag. Who the fuck is next?
You just yelling.
Yeah,
Did he lose the fight after he beat Zab Judah?
Mike, I will ask you calmly. Is Shambe Mitchell a journeyman?
Bro, it don't matter.
Right.
He might took a tune-up before he went to Haddon.
Mike,
ask the question,
Mike,
did he lose?
Listen to me. Before we took callers, just hear me out. Before we took callers, we was just discussing Amir Khan.
You be asking niggas, fuck all that, man. You be asking niggas to hear you out,
okay,
but you don't ever want to hear nobody else to fuck out. Nigga, you cut off callers, nigga. Brandon was trying to talk. Blah, 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 blah. Killed his ass, body bag. Yeah, nigga, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear each other out, bro. You know what I'm saying? We understand you passionate about boxing, and we love that. But you asking me to hear you out, nigga, fuck that. You ain't trying to hear me out. The fuck? Now you want to sit back and be all cool, man. And shit.
I
cool
want to listen, bro. I want to listen.
I ain't saying shit, bro. Go ahead.
Come on, man. What you mean? Go ahead.
Bro, I don't even know what we talking about. We talking about Zazul and fucking Ricky Hatton. I don't know why.
We talking about the same thing we was talking about before we took callers, and I will refresh your memory. How we just both agreed it was unfair for Khan to get a Pacquiao fight coming off of Billy Dib. So now, 5 years from now, Brandon gonna call in and say Amir Khan was great. He was coming off a Billy Dib win. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Sean Bay Mitchell is not even Billy Dib because look, I don't go back as far as Sean Bay Mitchell's early career. I go back as Sean Bay Mitchell fighting the likes of Floyd Mayweather when Floyd was doing it, right? But I'm not sure if Sean Bay Mitchell was a legitimate world champion, meaning a real world title, not a WBA, not an interim, not all that bullshit. I'm talking about Billy Dib at least won the IBF. Billy Dib at least made it to signing the 50 Cent and semi-fucking TMT and got some buzz and came from Australia and got some U.S. fights and all that good shit. This motherfucker talking about Sean Bay Mitchell and Jesse James Leija. Now look, Leija is known amongst the Mexican community. I ain't gonna hate on him. He turned around, became a promoter, did some deals with Al Heyman, promoted a lot of fights in San Antonio, brought boxing back to Texas along with Leija Bata Promotions. But I mean, nobody calls in here to tell me how Jesse James Leija is a first ballot Hall of Famer legend or nothing like that. And I never heard of Ben Tacky, but the more I say it, he sound like got something to do with fucking bait for fishing and shit. Ben Tacky. I bet you Bud.
But you gotta admit though, man, Jeff Horner and Rick Hatton can't be the same guy.
Because you don't watch boxing. Both of them got a world title. Both of them got a world title. What, tell me, like what? And Jeff Horner's career's still going on. His still going on. He already fought a Pacquiao, and that's Ricky Hatton's highlight, Pacquiao and Mayweather. So what are you talking about? How is it not fucking comparable? What, he need to fight a Luis Collazo? You can't find him a Luis Collazo before he retire? Tell me, because that's what the fuck I'm saying. Where is this fantastic resume? This world beater. He was no different. Listen, bruh, look at me, bruh. People was trying to tell me and you that Anthony Joshua was great. And he got a better resume than Ricky Hatton. I was trying to tell you that Anthony Joshua should have brought more people than Ricky Hatton because Anthony Joshua done more than Ricky Hatton. I've been letting you know how I felt about Ricky Hatton. But think about that real tight. All that credit I gave him and took away from Hatton and gave to Joshua, I still told you Joshua wasn't the truth either. Because that's what UK dudes do. They get a following and they fucking fake them till they make it. They always fake it till they make it. They get the big fight and they chill like Kelbrook. That's what they do. They chill like Amir Khan. This is what they do. They go back and beat nobody, use their popularity to get another fight that everybody know he gonna lose. But they fucking following allows it. Come on, bruh.
Hey, man. I'm new to this boxing shit, man.
No, you ain't. You know how to read.
I don't know much about Ricky Hatton's career, but he's always seemed like he's held in high esteem.
Well, I watch boxing and Jose Luis Castillo, at the time he fought Ricky Hatton, I'm not, trying to hear that. Paulie Malignaggi, like, again, so then we got to be consistent. If we giving people credit, we got to give everybody credit is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because C fighters are C fighters, but when you choose to give credit for a C fighter, you choose, isn't it? And that's crazy. Juan Urango? He went a unanimous decision with Juan Urango. You know why I know Juan Urango? Because Devin Alexander, undefeated ass, put that motherfucker almost in the rafters with an uppercut. In the rafters. That was his fucking HBO highlight. Everybody thought Devin Alexander was the new dude, the hot shit, because of that one uppercut. He never replicated that uppercut again in his life versus anybody. He still came back to beat Maidana, though, after that. So you think about it. He got Urango on his resume, too. But guess what? Guess what's Devin Alexander's secondary win? Marcos Maidana. Where the fuck is Ricky Hatton's secondary win? Is it Collazo, Mike? Huh? Is it Paulie Malignaggi? Is it Urango? Where's his secondary win? But he's great. Man, you know what? You niggas is great at lying, bro. How about that?
We got one super chat from Jonathan Sims. One time did kill that sit down. Nish, you lying. If one time never got hurt, he still wouldn't have
stay getting hurt.
He still would not have fought EJ. He clearly said that let the fight marinate. Hashtag H Money the shit.
Bruh, again, you guys got to think in that time. If there was no injury, the EJ fight would have bubbled because Keith wouldn't have been out. It would have bubbled. Remember, Pacquiao was not an option 2 years ago. He was not with PBC. Think about all that. You got to think about that. But whatever, that's all hypothetical. Let's get back to the callers. I'm going to try and stay quiet. I ain't even going to show my face right now, bro. I'm going to go in the back, Mike, because I'm going to try and let them get their things off, man. I'm going to try. I'm going to try desperately, man. Let me see. Boomerangers, ringers, masterminds, where are you? Okay, I see that is not Joseph. That's his brother, Matt. And I guess next up is Boomerang.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, man. Got 408 watching. I need 408 thumbs up, man. So if you're listening right now, you see us and you think that's lying about a lot of shit, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button.
Mike, Ricky Hatton's so great. His retirement fight was Vasyl Lomachenko. Ask me who's that. Go ahead.
That's Lomachenko cousin, right?
No, ask me who's that. Let me find my Jeopardy beat while I wait for you, because I know you don't know who the fuck that is. And half the motherfuckers listening don't know who that is because they don't watch boxing. Who's Vasyl? Tell me.
Are you saying his name right?
I don't fucking know his name. You know, it's Sinchenko. Everybody who knows boxing knows Sinchenko. His first name, I'm butchering it.
Hey, sound like a nigga that
sound like a dude that knocked out and retired Ricky Hatton, but it also sound like the dude that my man Paulie Malignaggi, when he was signed to Golden Boy said, we don't fuck with you like that, you feather fisting punching motherfucker. So jump on a plane in less than a week time, go over there, because he ain't get acclimated. Go over there and you do what you got to do. We only betting $250,000 on this fight.
So what you're saying is,
and Paulie went over there and knocked this. Paulie with 7 fucking knockouts knocked this dude out. The same dude that Brandon's all-time great fighter Ricky Hatton lost to and got retired by.
Ricky Hatton got retired by a bum.
I'm not saying that. I'm telling you who he got retired by a guy that Paulie Malignaggi knocked out. We gotta think about it, because all these pieces fit. Because look, we talked about Amir Khan, he knocked out Malignaggi.
Yeah.
We talked about Hatton, he beat Malignaggi.
Okay.
But that's why we see that triangle theory don't work. Fighter A, B, C. Because look, obviously Ricky Hatton beat Malignaggi, but he couldn't beat the guy that Malignaggi beat for the world title.
How old was the nigga Ricky Hatton when he fought that guy?
Man, that's between him and Ricky Hatton.
And just like motherfucking Paulie was old when he fought Sam Egerton, bum ass.
Bruh.
Just because a nigga beat you don't mean they would beat you in their heyday.
You gonna do this?
We all know Sam Egerton couldn't fuck with Paulie Malignaggi when he was really Paulie. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, cool. But think about what you're saying. Obviously, Paulie fought Sinchenko after he retired Hatton, champ. So Paulie's still showing his true greatness. You get what I'm saying? Coming back in another division, being a 2-time world champion. Should I check? Should I check? Was Ricky Hatton 2-time? I don't
Ricky
even know.
Hatton was old.
Vyacheslav Sanchenko.
No different than when Paulie was old. He lost to a bum too. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, Paulie, Vasyl fought him in 2012. Let me see when Paulie fought him. Ooh, did he fight? Paulie fought him first. Paulie fought him in April, and Ricky Hatton fought him right after in November. Huh? So Paulie knocked him out. He used Ricky as a tune-up. But he great. Yo, I'm going to stop. Look, no more, Mike. Don't keep me on the leash. Let them lie to you, bro.
Is
After
Ricky
the show,
or Paulie
write it down.
Native American?
No.
Why the fuck was this right for then?
Because I'm excited. I'm excited when I get shit right. Like, how does Paulie knock out the dude that retire you right before Like, so Paulie helped you. He softened him up, and he still retired you. But Brandon called you great. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Let's go to H Money.
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that bitch. Ballin' like Swish. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the purple.
Hey yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money. Mr. Dazn, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year, in his fight week. Keith Thurman, yes sir. I seen the face off yesterday. Ness, Keith Thurman, he got Manny Pacquiao scared. It's the funeral. Yes, sir. Saturday night, the funeral for Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, his career is over. Keith Thurman gonna end his career. Nessie's going for the knockout. Ain't no coming back. You catching bodies today. I see you catching bodies. You killing bums. That's what Keith Thurman is doing. He's gonna catch a body. He gonna kill him. I'm telling you, Keith Thurman, bro. They be hating on Keith Thurman, but he's the only current world champion to unify the welterweight division. Yes, sir. Keith Thurman will win over Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Luis Collazo, Robert Guerrero, Jose Soto Carras, Jose Cito Lopez. Name another welterweight with a better resume than Keith Thurman. I'm telling you guys right now, Keith Thurman got Manny Pacquiao scared. The fight is over, man. Look, Manny Pacquiao, he has never fought a fighter like Keith Thurman before. Somebody who was talking shit right to him. Let me get my boy.
Mayweather.
Was he talking shit? Floyd Mayweather said the fight was already sold. Do your homework. He said the fight was already sold.
Shit to Manny Pacquiao.
When? Show me some footage. I need evidence. Hey, I guess Keith Thurman ain't black enough for you. Keith Thurman ain't black enough for you. That's what it is, because he light-skinned, bro. Hey, Keith Thurman is black. He African-American, bro. And last time I checked, his daddy was black. It ain't about race, all this racism shit. What about Mexican fighters? What about the Latin fighters? Come on, man. We ain't with none of that. Hey, TMG Promotions, we got all fighters. White, black, Mexican, Dominican. Hey, yo, Ness, what's up with Jordan Baker pulling out the fight? What's up with that?
He got a legit torn MCL. He sent in his doctors and stuff. You in the chat, H Money, you gotta check it out. He sent it there, but we do gotta get to other people. Your time is up. Make sure that you hit your boomerang. We going out to Deej. You gotta get a new intro, man. Holla at your boy, Dollar DiBiase. I'm not accepting any more submitted intros from people with this copyrighted material flagging the show. No more. Deej.
I thought Deej was made by Dollar DiBiase.
Man, I thought he did. And
that shit was hard.
And if he did, he better get a motherfucking redo, because that shit copyrighted.
Will my name come up respected? It is.
The beat, something, man. That shit flagged us.
Okay.
Deej, holla at us.
What's going on, Deej, man?
Deej? Oh, shit, my bad.
Hey,
yo, what up, bro?
Oh, yo. So, sorry about that. Shit. I didn't even know. I didn't even realize you got flagged like that. Nah, my bad. But, yeah. Am I there? You can hear us?
Yeah, you're here.
All right, okay. So, basically, yeah. This whole calling Mayweather shit out, I think that's corny. You know, I think the only people you should be calling out retired fighters are retired fighters. So I've got no problem if, say, George Groves wants to call out James DeGale or something. I think that's legitimate. But how are you going to be a current fighter calling out somebody who's retired? That's ridiculous. I think Mayweather will probably just lap it up because he'll give him a little bit of, attention for a little while, but he ain't gonna fight no one really unless the money really suits him and he really feels like it. So yeah, I think people are gonna have to get away from that. We're nearly into 2020. I don't know how long he's been retired now, but these fights that he's having now aren't really competitive. Like that last one in Japan, Conor McGregor. I say his last real fight was Berto. So yeah, just leave the guy to retire. That's my call.
All right, Deej, thanks for calling in. We got Nazir. Talk to me.
What's going on, Lil Nas X? Hey, why is Ricky Hatton questions on? Good guy.
Yo, is he a legend? Is he legend? Yes or no? Why ain't
I
nobody
mean, he's a
typing
legend
yes?
to some boxing fans.
Why
yes.
they not typing yes? Look, I should put that one on the screen. Look at that comment right there. I'm gonna put the Ricky Hatton comments up. Where is that? Where you go? Look.
Did dude say he was a De La Hoya?
Yo, look. Yo.
Man, Ricky Hatton would have kicked all.
Mr. J. Duke 40, Ricky Hatton was a bum, and Mayweather got too much credit for that bullshit.
That left hook was nice, man. Check hook, put his ass down.
You mean Mayweather's check left hook?
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, see, Boxing Patreon says, I'm with you, Ness, on this one. I'm telling you, man, like, I ain't calling him a bum because obviously he made a world champion, you know.
Ricky Hatton is a British legend.
Who said that?
Uh,
Yo, didn't you say that the UK fits in Texas 100 times or some shit like that?
No, I said the whole
so
world.
it don't matter. It don't matter if you're a legend in your city, man.
I said the whole world's population could fit in Texas.
I know, so that means that UK could fit there 100 times. And again, it don't matter if you only a legend in your city. That's why social media was invented, so you could reach more than just your city. And, you know, UK is like a city right now.
Like a city, my nigga?
It's so small. It's so small. If it's in Texas 100 times, it's a little city, B.
You don't understand how big
city.
Texas is, though.
Yo, good answer, Boxing Therapy. I said, Ricky Hatton, legend, yes or no? He said, his fan base is legendary. Hell yeah, they is. We going out to the ringer. Dominic in Seattle, talk to me.
What up, Dominic?
It was good.
What up?
Hold on one second.
Yo, he said Hatton better than Devin Alexander. Yo, Elms, you about to get fucking booted out the chat because you so bum. How is Hatton better than Devin and Devin got
You
better
can't boot him out
wins?
the chat, man. That's the last real UK nigga we got, bro. Come on,
Bruh, I'm talking about this chat. How you better than Devin
you
Alexander
fucking
and
YouTube
Devin
chat?
got more wins than you? How?
Hey yo,
How? Like, he ain't beat no Marcos Maidana. Where's Ricky Hatton's
My
Marcos
nigga,
Maidana?
Nigga, Ambs ain't called in. Dumb called in.
You right, Dominic. I'm sorry, man. I'm just out here. I'm out here killing people, man.
Yeah. I think Ricky Hatton is trash. I mean, every time he trains somebody, they get beat, and he always goes for the opposite race. But when it comes to Keith Thurman, he's gonna win 100%, man. I don't know why you guys ain't going for Keith Thurman. You know, and people keep on thinking Manny Pacquiao is gonna come through. And what happened to Jeff Horn? Wasn't he supposed to rematch Jeff Horn? I mean, he rematched everybody else that beat him. And when it comes to Deontay Wilder, I have to say this. I think Deontay Wilder should take a warm-up since Tyson Fury's been taking 2 warm-ups. And he should fight either Joe Joyce or Charles Martin. That's my call.
All right. We got Joe Sway. What up, right? I might be wrong about this.
I'm on this.
504,
Hello?
talk to me.
Yeah, hello? Y'all can hear me, Club?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm working, so I just keep it short. I called in addressed that Pacquiao. The only way Pacquiao knocks Keith Thurman out if he on them power pellets. It's real funny how Pacquiao made a career on being on drugs, and I believe he's a dirty fighter.
Bruh, has Pacquiao ever failed a drug test?
Mike, save me with that unexperienced bullshit.
I'm asking you a question, man. Has
We can
Pacquiao
talk
ever
Terrence
failed a
Crawford
drug
all
test?
day, Mike, we
Has
can
Pacquiao
talk
ever
Terrence
failed a
Crawford all
drug
day.
test?
He hasn't put himself in a position to fail one. He's been ducking and dodging it his whole career. The guy has been on something. It's obvious. It's obvious, man. You don't lose your power. Power is the last thing to go in the sport. And all of a sudden, he was knocking out big motherfuckers. But as soon as he started getting on these drugs, having to take drug tests, and he got spiritual, he wanted to clean his act up. The dude been a dirty fighter. That's the only way he knock out Keith Thurman. You keep believing in the clouds with that Pacquiao bullshit. He's a dirty fighter. He might be dirty this fight if he ain't got to take no drug test. That's my call.
Good call.
Matt, talk to me.
What up, Matt? Hope you ready,
Yo,
man.
yo, what
man.
up?
I don't know, bruh. H Money put me in a bad mood this morning, so I'm going with Matt. This border war. Let's go, baby.
How
Let's
you
go,
gonna
baby.
say
Let's go, Matt.
Hey, yo, team Batman? I done sat down with you and smoked L's in the UK.
Yeah.
How you gonna say Maidana was nobody at the time when Devin Alexander beat him, so it don't matter? Bro, the fact that you come back and become great after a loss is what makes you great. Okay? And my man Matt, aka Machine Gun, is gonna or attempting to prove that September 13th, coming off a loss, he wants to show that he could get a win.
Go ahead and say it, Ness.
What?
Go ahead and say it, Ness.
Attempt to be great.
You know I'm gonna win that fight. Go ahead and say it.
I'm just saying that's what make fighters great. Being able to lose and come back off a win and do great things. Like, how you gonna shit on Maidana after the later half of his career was the best half of his career? So if he lost to Alexander, then was able to get his game back on par to get the heights of a Mayweather rematch twice? Come on, bro. I mean,
Didn't he lose to Khan too?
Who?
Maidana
lost to Khan too.
Yeah,
Khan body shotted his
Khan.
ass. But that was a cheap, I'm telling you, we need to do a film study so you can see round number 10 and Joe Cortez cheating ass.
Let's do it. I'm down for it
At
next
least
week.
that round 10 needs to be film study, bro. That was some bullshit. But Matt, I apologize. It's just the chat got me riled up. Go for it.
Oh no, it's good, man. It's all boxing talk, man. It's cool. But I'm just calling to let Mike. Look, man. Look, I know you say you haven't talked boxing much, bro. But you got a better chance of having Ness tell you that you're correct on any Bud Crawford statement than Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather too. I'm just gonna let you know right now, bro. It ain't happening. Floyd ain't coming back. We just gotta come with it because now you want him back because he's been gone. Now you miss him. Now you love him, just like he says. And as much as I feel it too, I know he ain't coming back. Yeah, I just know it. That's just one thing for sure. But also on another point I want to bring up, I love the way PBC is kind of promoting this fight this week. You know what I'm saying? They're doing better. I've seen because I wanted to watch the little the face-to-face thing is what it's called, right? When they're sitting across from each other. I found it on demand, and I was trying to watch the other kind of the little 24/7 thing that they do, and that came up on YouTube this week. And I'm seeing little banners on my guide and stuff all over the TV. So I'm like, cool, everybody's getting worried about the fight. I like it.
Yeah,
that's kind of like what ESPN did for Tyson Fury's fight, man.
I mean, I can't believe. I'm sorry, Matt. I can't believe that these dudes are still with this hat and shit, bruh. Listen to Batman, but I can't. Yo, Batman, you got the killer strain. I'm telling you because I flew out there. We smoked Mike, so I know he got the killer strain, and that's what's causing him to strain his brain today. He said, "Call total bums that." Look, he said, "Call total bums that." Thurman beat like the guy who wasn't getting beat up by Rios. So he's talking about Chavez. Now, Hatton's a bum? Well, what the fuck are these guys? So we want to compare specific Thurman opponents instead of comparing both men's top wins. They can't compare Hatton's top wins because he has none. Thurman has 2 top wins. 2 top and plenty of secondaries. So, box rec. All right, my man? Box rec. But, yeah, man. Matt, you done?
Yeah, man, I'm good. That's my call.
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't really feeling that fucking face off, though, bro, yesterday. That shit, they kept on cutting to, like shit they was doing in camp and their car ride, and Pacquiao was all dry, and, yeah, I'm just going to be motivated, and I ain't doing take no. You know what the, come on, Pacquiao, give me a little bit more personality than that. Like the face off was cool. It wasn't that entertaining though. Like I didn't think it was overly entertaining. But hey, that's just my opinion.
Bro, we should do a film study on Ricky Hatton versus Collazo, then Ricky
Why
Hatton
y'all
versus
niggas, man?
then Ricky Hatton versus Thurman. I mean Thurman versus Collazo.
I mean, so we can do
And
one.
that's the thing, Mike. You see what I'm saying? Someone is retired, fat, was always had pictures of being an alcoholic, always overweight, and Collazo's still out here fighting. Collazo rumored to get a Terrence Crawford fight.
No, he not. He next.
If he beat David Benavidez, who he scheduled to fight, stop
I
it,
mean,
Mike. Stop it.
I would hope not. But
Collazo and Ricky Hatton are the same age, if not older, and Collazo's still out here knocking out undefeated prospects, unlike Ricky Hatton, who got knocked out and retired by a dude Paulie knocked out. I'm just saying. I'm not lying. My shit is real. I'm not lying. I'm not making this shit up. Supermax Mastermind, talk to me.
Yo, Ricky had tried to pull the Tyson Fury before Tyson Fury, but nah, he never really fought nobody big. But yeah, Louis Collazo is going to be the next Crawford opponent pretty soon. I agree with you there, Ness. But
thank
shout
you
out
for
to
being the
Floyd
best promoter that we have on this show.
Yo, I mean, yo, hey Batman, call in. I wanna murder you live on air. Oh my God, he said Ring Magazine #2 on the pound for pound list when he fought Floyd. When on earth, he says, when on earth was Devin Alexander ranked that high or Garcia? So now you're gonna tell me that the unified Danny Garcia after the fucking Lucas Matisse was a monster fight wasn't ranked highly enough to be on the pound for pound list? Remember that there's 10 slots, champ. I mean, what is wrong with you guys? And Devin Alexander possibly going into the Tim Bradley fight when they were both undefeated and got a recorded $1.2 million payday plus a return $1.2 million payday regardless of loss on HBO. Yeah, I think Devin at that time probably was ranked high. I'm not saying pound for pound, but ranked high. Come on, man. Jeez Louise. He was undefeated when he faced Bradley. I mean,
but anyway,
you guys forget so
shout
quick.
out to Floyd Mayweather for still being the biggest name in boxing, even though he retired. I consider him retired 4 years ago. I don't count the McGregor fight. And dudes are still wanting people to call his name, man. It's wild. I'm starting to think Pacquiao is overlooking Keith, though, man. It seems like they're already looking ahead, like they think they got Keith beat. And I think they're in for a real bad surprise come Saturday night. Like I said, I firmly believe that Keith Thurman's going to stop Manny Pacquiao easily. So we just got to wait and see. Obviously, we know Amir Khan has been chasing. Have you guys ever seen that documentary called Team Khan? I came across it last night, and it's a documentary basically of him chasing the Mayweather and the Pacquiao fight up until, and it ends when he gets knocked out by Canelo. It's a pretty interesting documentary, but yeah, man, it seems like Khan is still chasing after that fight. Now, if Manny loses, is that a fight we're still interested in, him versus Khan in Saudi? I mean, you know,
They are, but I don't know if we are.
that's what I'm saying. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because they're gonna put up the money anyways. But no, as far as the Mayweather talk, man, let the man be retired. You know, he's been gone. It's you know, there's nothing left for him to do. You know what I mean? He's 42 years old. You know, that's enough. He was smart enough to know when enough is enough. Hey,
Bruh, you know, this is crazy with this Hatton shit. Elms is still trying, right? So he's like, yo, Hatton beat unified champs. Look at the champ. Look at the unified champ, Mike. Carlos Musa. Look what happened. He beat Vivian Harris, right? For the WBA super title.
He beat a nigga named Vivian.
Yeah, no, but Vivian, he was decent, but he's a journeyman.
I'm just saying, a nigga named Vivian. That's like Uncle Phil's wife name.
Well, yeah. So then Hatton beat him. They unified. So he says to me, right? He's like, Bruh, Hatton beat unified champions. Who has Devin beat? But did you see the resume? As soon as Hatton, first of all, he had mad losses before that title shot, you know. And then after Hatton beat him, he had 3 more losses and retired. Like, why are y'all doing this? Just grab on to the Gales and the George Groves of the world.
Who did he unify with, man?
I just told you, Carlos Musa.
Okay.
From Colombia. Mausa. Let me get Jeffrey. I know he can't
Vivian Harris, the killer.
Bruh, I'm telling you, man, disrespectful is what these dudes are.
Carlos Mausa.
Yeah, there you go, Mausa, man.
We got a super chat, man, right quick from Jay Rilla. Thurman ain't no Mayweather at all.
All right.
When Haddon called Mayweather out, he told LB to set up the fight. When the Masters asked for the Pacquiao fight, he tried to set up the fight twice.
Stop lying, man. He had concessions and terms just like any A side. All right? And as far as the what was the first word? Hatton. Bruh, that's like Thurman calling out fucking Jeff Horn. Everybody wants that international fan base fight, bro. He wasn't no threat. That's what I'm saying. Once you get on Patreon and vote for fucking Ricky Hatton Collazo, tell me if he was a threat. Get your ass out of here.
Jonathan Sims back with another one. One time would have fought Kenny Jr. and Danny again before EJ. And we got one from Jab Left Hook.
What? Let me pull these shits up. What they trying to slide in on me?
He's saying, if Thurman wasn't injured those 2 years, then he would have been fought Errol Spence. But what he's saying,
what else was he gonna do? Was he gonna vacate? Y'all really gonna tell me that he strike you as the dot is gonna vacate without a fucking injury?
He's saying he would have fought Kenny Jr. I guess he meant Sean Porter, Kenny Jr. and Danny again before AJ. We got one from Jab Left Hook. Ness, please do your Leo Santa Cruz impersonation. LOL.
Bro, I need a video to get back in.
Are you got a Leo Santa Cruz impersonation?
In character, yo, like it's hard.
We got one from Matt Garces. The UK fans finally rise from the ashes. Oh yeah.
Because we put Khan in the title.
And y'all talk about Haddon. Last one from Cut West. Yo, Ness, did you ever get a chance to find out from Thurman why he and Pac-Roids decided to agree to Novada? They out here killing Pac-Man.
Nah, man, he said it, bro. He gonna let Pacquiao do whatever he want. Let me get to Gabe in Salt Lake City.
Up, Gabe.
Yo, let me get you on speaker. Yo, what's going on, gentlemen? So I got some questions for you guys. I've been listening to the debate, been loving it. Who has a bigger fan base? Oh, I wanted to start off the call like this. There's only one Ricky Hatton. All you guys' monograms, that all came from Ricky Hatton. You know what I mean? Ricky Hatton set that base. He is a legend. To compare him to Jeff Horn is kind of disrespectful.
Listen. He didn't set that base. That's just what don't you get it? It's a template, man. Every time they believe a fighter can do it.
He was the one who started the template.
No,
Hold
bro.
on. He was the one who started the template.
They probably was already out there saying there's only one Frank Bruno. Or there's only one whoever, bro. Believe me, these dudes is desperate.
No, there wasn't.
They
that
desperate for a
Ricky
true
Hatton,
champ.
bro.
They desperate for a true champ. They ain't never had a true champ. Look, AJ was the closest thing to a true champ, and what he kept doing, tucking his tail. Every time somebody wanted to fight, he tuck his tail. He only want to fight the dudes he want to fight. And now we see why. Now we see why. But we knew it. Just like we knew about Brooke, just like we knew about Khan, just like we knew about Hatton. Bubble burst.
Yo, let me talk, man. You're going to do me like you did Brandon, man. You're just going to talk over me. But look. Ricky Hatton's the one who set that template, if you want to call it. I promise. You never heard that before Ricky Hatton. The next person who got it was Tyson Fury because he comes from Manchester, the same area Ricky Hatton's from. But my question to you guys is, because we're talking about Ricky Hatton's not a legend, it's his fan base, right? So who has the bigger fan base or the crazier fan base? Is it Ricky Hatton's fan base or is it Manny Pacquiao's fan base?
Bro, are we crazy or delusional? Because they both fucking delusional. One fan base believed that they would beat Mayweather, right? And that Pacquiao can do no wrong, regardless of what he did. Did anybody catch that Deadspin article? Holy mother of God. Have you seen the Deadspin article? Listen, they got some bold writers over there. Shout out to them,
What is
man.
going on? Yeah,
Why they don't
Deadspin,
give me a
it's
job
like-
at Deadspin, bro? I mean, we got the same swag, bro. Did you read that Deadspin? Just Google Pacquiao. Google it. Google it right now. I'm gonna fucking pull it up.
But nigga, bro, Deadspin is known for
Bro,
being
they
edgy and putting us
wildin',
like
man.
this.
I mean, I like it though. I like it. It's edgy.
Watches Manny
But aren't they
Pacquiao
like a
balls.
bullshit media site though? Don't they just
Bullshit.
make shit up, kind of?
Bullshit,
I'm
man.
just saying. I don't know them that well.
I mean,
Sports
look, I don't know.
Illustrated
I don't know. Look, I won't even lie, bro.
I'm gonna give y'all the title.
All I'm gonna tell you is that I googled it 4 hours ago, and it's still the first one. 4 hours later was the
I'm gonna
first.
give y'all the title, man. Sports Illustrated watches Manny Pacquiao's balls.
Damn,
Manny Pacquiao says,
gangster.
"Thank you." Let's see what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Dazn.
that was just
They crazy.
yo. But Keith Thurman. I think so. If Manny Pacquiao beats Keith Thurman, does he go down as probably top 5 greatest of all time? Or no?
I mean, you
Not
know,
even
it's
close.
so hard. These guys get their panties in a bunch. You start trying to fit certain fighters in there, and then they're like, "Oh, what about Rocky Marciano and Joe Louis?" And, when you start saying all time, you know what I mean? So it's difficult.
Or like this, I guess. Well, this generation, he's for sure top 5. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That was just my question. That's my call, man. Good debates. Go support TBV, hardest working podcast in the game. Been saying that for 5 years now. Go support later.
Gabe, thanks for calling. We're going out to AJ. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Ness? What's up, Mike? Look, man, I'm gonna call in on this shit right quick with fucking Manny and Thurman. Thurman gonna get that shit. I got a lot of respect for Manny. Manny still got them motherfucking hands, but Thurman working with a little more movement and a little more fucking slick counter punching for fucking Manny to get that shit out. And y'all watch the first fucking counter that he hit Manny with. Manny gonna feel that shit. And when Manny try to come back, he just fucking gonna throw a little shoulder roll, throw back, and fucking. I see it as a close fight, but I see Thurman pulling that shit off. Another thing, man, Ricky Hatton was a motherfucking legend to the motherfuckers on the other side of the Atlantic. That motherfucker brought his ass over here twice and got his ass knocked out twice. So I mean, I ain't trying to hear that bullshit on Ricky Hatton this, Ricky Hatton that. Another thing, with all due respect to Floyd, let the man be fucking retired. All right, I mean, if y'all still want to push the debate on who's this generation is this and that, I mean, we can have a debate all motherfucking day. But when facts come to facts, money bring in the fucking people. People want to bring in motherfuckers they either like or don't like. And I mean, Floyd fucking was a mastermind at that. So, that being said, I'm out.
All right. So, Mike, I didn't read the entire Deadspin article. Obviously, I had to do the preparation for the show, and I'm uploading video and et cetera, et cetera. But right away, I felt like, okay, is this the same author of the last one?
I would think that too.
And is she that transgender? Because you can see from not the opening paragraph, obviously a few paragraphs in, it's brought up the gay comments of Pacquiao and how the Sports Illustrated article painted Pacquiao as this changed man. So I don't really want to comment because I haven't read the author's entire take. Unfortunately, what I heard or read so far makes me a bit defensive on behalf of Pacquiao. I feel like the writer has an agenda against Pacquiao because, again, I didn't further read, but up until there, it's like, so what that you changed their life? And that's kind of whack. Like, are we to pay for our sins forever? Something that he said are we to hold it over his head forever?
No, honestly, I think we live in a time where people like to go back and shit you said, they like to bring it back up and
they
try
did
to
it
use
to Kevin Hart.
Yep, exactly. Like no different than we seen with Fury. Like when these guys have big fights coming up, a member of the LGBTQ community. I'm sorry if I didn't say it right. They will, if they have enough power and influence, and if they know boxing, then they will come out and speak against it. I mean, and I can't get mad at them, or because if they feel a way about something that somebody said, and maybe they want answers. I mean, at the end of the day, but I just think it's bad timing, in my opinion, to wait till a guy has a big fight like he does, and same thing with Fury, to like publish this kind of stuff. But I guess timing is what matters, right?
Well, some will say agenda driven, and others will say perfect time to drive awareness. At the end of the day, what I know it is capitalizing on the moment. You know, not only are the publications getting hits, the author getting noticed, and obviously financial. You know,
I do not think that's the same woman that wrote the Fury article.
And I didn't think it either, and that's why I brought it up, because it's like, bro, they got a team of hard hitters over there. This one is by Laura Wagner, so you know she's not the same person, but they obviously got a team of people that do not care how they write, and that's the beauty of Deadspin. They still get approved and credentialed to these fights. You can't blacklist them.
Oh no, this been big, bro. Like
exactly. They're too big to get to blacklist, because then they'll just write that you don't want this stuff to be known. And listen, we discuss how linked Deadspin is to ESPN, thanks to Mike giving me that awareness, and we discussed how big ESPN and Deadspin are individually. That being said, let me get out to Ayers Joseph on Skype. Talk to me.
What up, Mr. Joseph?
Yo, Mike. Yo, Ness.
What up?
Yeah, you know what, Ness? You shouldn't even be giving them sort of articles the light of day, you know, for real, man. Is this the same one that went after Fury?
Nah, different.
Is it the same people, though?
Yeah, same publication, yes.
Yeah, but
so that's what I'm saying. So what? But they're just gonna go after everyone who don't believe being gay is right. What? You know, my man's a man of God anyway, so obviously he's gonna think that. So what, you're just gonna discredit Manny Pacquiao, right? Now because he believes that.
No, but then there's the double standard, right? It's like some sins are okay breaking, right? Because like, you know, Pacquiao, listen to the quote, bro. I mean, imagine, you have to imagine, in the day and age that we live in, you have to imagine if you had a relationship in some way, whether that be a child, a relative, that was of the same-sex marriage and or relationships, these things come into play.
I hear you though, but it's not like Manny Pacquiao's going after them now or saying anything now. So why is she going after him now? Like,
and
just keep that to yourself. If her feelings are hurt, so be it, and it's.
But I think
it's more
about. I think it's more about for that community. I think it's more about like, hey, look at this guy, you know, who said these things. Don't forget it right now when he's trying to get into your pocket. That's what she's doing. She's trying to stop pay-per-view buys. She's trying to remind you this guy's a bad guy. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, and that's not really the case. You get me? So, giving her this airtime now, it's just dead. She don't deserve it for me. But the man just leave it there. Yeah, Khan's just baffled. My man's just always baffled. And how did man end up talking about Hatton and Devin?
I don't know how we got on Hatton, man. Someone called in saying Hatton was a legend.
No, let's compare Hatton to Jeff Horn.
Horn.
Which is a good comparison. Jeff Horn at least has a win over Manny Pacquiao, Mike.
Yeah. The only thing you can compare with them two is what Jeff Horn says, right? You got to beat a legend to become a legend. And for me, I can't name a legend Hatton beat really.
Thank you.
It's like it's one of them, but he's not a bum. Come on, he's not a bum. And Mike, I got a bone to pick with you still. You're my guy still, but What do you think would happen if Crawford was in Thurman's place now fighting Pacquiao? What would you be saying the outcome of the fight would be?
I would say that both guys are on VADA.
Oh, dead the VADA talk, man. You heard what Keith said,
so what
let
you
him
trying
be
to
on
say?
what he's been on. He's been on it his whole career, if he has been,
What you trying to
innit?
say,
What?
that Terrence wouldn't
what's
take the fight
different now?
without VADA?
I don't think it would since Bomac said that they pay for VADA out of their own pockets and they're not.
Yeah, but forget the VADA for now. I'm saying, what do you think Crawford would do to Pacquiao?
I mean, the same thing he did to Jeff Horn, beat the shit out of him.
So how come you're questioning Thurman? So you're saying that off the back of Crawford beating Postal and Indongo, yet Thurman's beat Porter and Garcia both in their prime back to back, and you're gonna question them?
Yeah, because Thurman got a hell of a fight with Lopez.
Deep down, you know, some allow
you. You ask me a question, my nigga, or are you?
You need to teach these guys, Nez, man. They don't know.
Go ahead,
Thurman's the man. Man are clinging on to Mayweather's name. Mayweather's gone now.
Nigga, how long was
you American fans, man?
15 minutes? Cut it. Shit.
Hey, Ayers Joseph. Shout out to Ayers Joseph. Patreon, man. We love you. But Mike said cut it. You got under his skin.
Back to this. Well, I know what? I'm just leave my opinion myself. Go ahead.
What? How you going to make me cut him and then leave your opinion yourself?
I was going to go back to the Pacquiao article, but it ain't worth me talking about.
Oh. But you get what he's saying, though, right? He's like, yo, how you giving Crawford the... But you doing it off eye test. There's no need to go back down that.
Yeah, I mean, just like
that's the whole Crawford fan base is off eye test.
At the same time, bro, look. If I'm a betting man, I'm picking Thurman tomorrow night. Now, if I want to cause some ruffles, never mind. I'll save it up for tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Joshua, talk to me, New Orleans.
What's going on, Joshua, man? Talk to us.
You there, B? All right. On that note, Instagram, Twitter, NestGTO. Catch us on... Well, we ain't got no Patreon today, but tomorrow. Let me see if there's any... Boxing Friday. We got no prop bets yet. We got Jason Quigley, Lawrence Coley. We got Richard Rackpo, Derek Chisora, David Allen, Michael Sorro, Dillian White, Caleb Plant, Keith One Time Thurman. That's a pretty big week, so expect a betting show from us on Patreon. Maybe me and Michael talk. We'll get back to you guys. All right. Next GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Mike.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And thank you everybody who joined us today. And don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, no matter if it's future, present, or past, man. It all helps out a lot.
It does. Drop us a 5-star review. Also helps with the visibility of the show. Peace.